Huge news just dropped for the Pi network community, and if you've been mining Pi, you need to hear this. The grace period deadline has been extended, but there's a massive catch that nobody's talking about. Plus, I'll show you why some experts are predicting insane price targets while others are calling it pure hype. You won't believe what I found in these reports. What's up, Gold Rush family? If you're new here, welcome to Gold Rush Crypto Daily, where we cut through the noise and bring you the real deal in crypto. Today's video is absolutely crucial. We're covering two breaking stories about Pi network that could impact millions of miners worldwide. All right, let's jump into the heart of the matter. We're talking about Pi network, and we've got two fascinating articles to analyze. Let's start with this breaking news from the official Pi network blog, titled Grace Period Deadline Extended to February 28, 2025. Now, this is big news, folks. The article states, as part of our ongoing commitment to ensuring inclusivity and fairness across the Pi network, we're extending the grace period deadline from January 31st, 2025 to February 28th, 2025. So, they've pushed the deadline back a whole month. The article explains that this change provides additional time for pioneers to complete KYC verification and mainnet migration. This is to help more members secure their Pi and contribute to the growing ecosystem. Now, they want to make it very clear that the grace period is independent of open network timing. They say, it is possible for open network to launch before or after the grace period ends, and the grace period rules will remain the same regardless. They are making this change due to the high sensitivity and severe consequences of the grace period deadlines. They say they want to be as allowing as possible for more pioneers to have the opportunity to secure their Pi. This is a reflection of their dedication to making Pi network accessible and equitable for everyone. They claim this aligns with their broader mission to prepare for open network in Q1 of 2025. This is huge and will ensure that the maximum number of users can claim their Pi. The article then dives into the reasons behind this extension. It says, this additional month is designed to support pioneers who may still need more time to complete their KYC or migration steps. It also reflects our commitment to inclusivity and accessibility across the global Pi community. They list a few reasons for the extension. One is inclusivity and fairness. They want to ensure that as many pioneers as possible can complete their KYC and mainnet migration. This is to minimize the forfeiture of Pi due to missed deadlines. Another reason is to provide further remedy for corner cases. The article states, this extension serves as another overall remedy for those in specific cases by giving them more time overall to complete KYC and mainnet migration. They are also doing this to prepare for open network. They believe that allowing more pioneers to complete KYC and migration strengthens the overall network ahead of open network launch. Now, the article anticipates some questions from the community. First, does this extension affect the open network launch? And they state, no, this extension does not delay or affect open network launch plans. The open network is still on track for Q1 of 2025. This is great news for holders of Pi. Next, they address what happens if you miss the new deadline. If you miss the February 28, 2025 deadline, you will only keep the Pi mined in the 6 months immediately before your migration. Any older balance outside this rolling window will be forfeited. Folks, this is crucial. If you don't complete your KYC and migrate by the deadline, you risk losing a significant portion of your mined Pi. Don't let that happen. They also clarify that a total of 2 additional months have been added to the grace period. It was initially scheduled to conclude on December 31st, 2024. So, what should you do now? The article strongly urges all pioneers to complete their KYC application and mainnet migration steps as soon as possible. They provide clear instructions on how to access the mainnet checklist in the Pi mining app. They also note that pioneers with tentative KYC status or waiting for full KYC results and migration may need to complete actions. They give the example of completing additional liveness checks. They advise users to take the liveness checks and do not close the pop-up. You should also sign the token acknowledgement in the mainnet checklist, even if you are still waiting for your KYC results. And finally, they encourage users to secure their account as required in the mainnet checklist. The article then explains why the grace period is important. It's essential for maintaining a real, human, and decentralized ecosystem while ensuring the integrity and scalability of Pi Network as it transitions to open network. They emphasize that only pioneers who complete KYC and their Mainnet checklist can transfer their transferable Pi balance to the blockchain. This ensures that Pi at Open Network remains secure, bot-free, and rooted in real human participation. This is also to ensure the network's long-term health, utility, and stability. They also say, the grace period strikes a balance between giving pioneers adequate time to pass KYC and migrate while maintaining a sense of urgency. Now, here's my take on this. This extension is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's great that they're giving pioneers more time to complete KYC and avoid losing their Pi. But on the other hand, it raises questions about the project's timeline and their ability to meet deadlines. But that's not all, folks. We've got another article that adds a whole new layer of intrigue to the Pi Network story. This one, from Crypto Times, is titled, More Than What Meets the Pi, Beyond Fervor Around Pi Network. Let's dive in and see what it's all about. The article starts by acknowledging the tremendous buzz surrounding Pi Network since its launch in 2019. It mentions that users are hyped about its mainnet launch and the speculative price of Pi token. But it also raises some uncomfortable questions about the long history of mainnet delays and zero intrinsic value of its token. This is a valid point. Pi coin currently has no real-world value. The article states that the Pi project has relied mainly on hype. It mentions that many users have speculated that Pi price will be $314,159 with the launch. This is an absolutely insane price prediction. Despite this, the Pi Network has been ruling on all social media platforms as well as the real world. It also mentions that communities across the globe, especially in India, are conducting events ahead of the mainnet launch. It also notes that the KYC deadline is near. It says Pi communities are conducting various events in Assam, Karnataka, New Delhi, Odisha, and up of India. It also says that events are being organized in Indonesia, the Philippines, and in Hubei of China. The article then dives into the excitement around Pi Network that has led to numerous speculative price predictions. It mentions that discussions on platforms like Reddit have seen projections ranging from $200 to an astonishing $314,159 per coin. These predictions often lack a solid foundation in market reality. This is because Pi is not yet freely traded on exchanges and currently exists in a confined state where actual market value remains undetermined. Now, the article delves into the psychology behind Pi Network's viral growth. It compares it to last year's Hamster Combat, stating that these tap-to-earn mining projects are built on two things, hype and community. This is an interesting comparison. It highlights some key psychological factors. First, community building. The article states, the sense of being a part of a larger community gives motivation and confidence. With over 65 million people as part of the community, the users connect to the project on a personal level. Second, the gamification of mining. The article points out that Pi Network gamified the process of crypto mining in the simplest and most fun way. This lowers the barriers to entry and encourages users to participate in the project. Third, anticipation. The article states, the anticipation around the network and its future development creates an environment of excitement among users. Users are always interested in discussing the price points and sharing optimistic forecasts. Fourth, social media. The article emphasizes that social media plays an important role in the success of such projects. Discussions and speculation on social media help the network spread rapidly among the users. Finally, the rewarding phenomena. The article states, the sense of getting rewards is the main factor behind the Pi Network's tremendous growth. People have mined millions of coins, and they feel that they will get rewards in exchange for these mined coins. This is what keeps people engaged. The article concludes with a reality check, stating, mere hype and fear of missing out, FOMO, around a new project shouldn't be the only criteria for investment. This is very important to keep in mind. It emphasizes that the growth of a new crypto project often depends on the real value of the token or network. It quotes CZ and Vitalik Buterin, who have advocated projects that long-term growth real-life user cases, and problem solving, and have real intrinsic value. The article ends by saying, as of now, the hyperbole around PiCoin and Pi Network is just noise with no real value. This is a harsh but valid assessment. Now, here's my take. This article provides a much-needed dose of reality. While the hype around Pi Network is undeniable, it's crucial to look beyond the speculation and focus on the fundamentals. This is important to consider when making investment decisions. So, let's connect the dots here. We have one article announcing an extension to the KYC deadline, and another article questioning the long-term value of Pi Network. What does this all mean for the future of Pi? In my opinion, the deadline extension is a sign that the Pi Network team is taking a cautious approach. They want to ensure that as many pioneers as possible can complete KYC and migrate to the Mainnet before the grace period ends. This is ultimately a good thing for the health of the network. This could strengthen the network long-term. However, the second article raises some valid concerns about the hype surrounding Pi Network. It's important to remember that PiCoin currently has no real-world value, and the price predictions are purely speculative. So, what's the bottom line? I believe that Pi Network has potential, but it's still a very risky investment. The Mainnet launch is the key. If they can successfully launch the Mainnet and deliver on their promises of a decentralized, user-friendly ecosystem, then PiCoin could see significant growth. This would be great for holders of the coin. But if the Mainnet launch is delayed further, or if the project fails to gain real-world adoption, then the hype could quickly fizzle out. This would not be good for the coin. So, what should you do? If you're a Pi Network pioneer, make sure you complete your KYC and Mainnet migration before the new deadline of February 28, 2025. And if you're thinking about investing in Pi, do your own research and be prepared for both the best-case and worst-case scenarios. This is Gold Rush, signing off. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.